Let's hit the awesome, awesome, awesome. So right now our video is being recorded. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a very quick training, a quick presentation. My name is Jeremy Cohen. Some of you guys might have seen some of my work through the Power Team. And I'm based out here in Johannesburg, South Africa, have had the great ability to be a part of the Power Team and really just explode my organization, explode my business. And part of that was being a good presenter. You know, I'm also a global presenter for the global giveaway calls, have been doing that, pretty much after 1 or 2 months after I joined CFX. I started with the global team. Thanks to my brother Shane D, who gave me the opportunity. And it's allowed me to just, sharpen my skill set as a presenter and be able to create many, many great presenters in my team. So right now we have currently in my team 3 people who are global presenters, myself, Aslam, and Mr. Jared Choi from Cape Town. So the 3 of us have all come from one team. And obviously, we all come from Shane D's team. And it's been a real pleasure, a real honor to share the stage with some amazing presenters, like Mr. Dano, Justin Halliday, and so many more of our amazing leaders from around the world. And so in this training today, guys, it's going to be very simplistic. I'm going to break down to you, why a presentation is such an important thing and some skills that you might need on the way to becoming a very proficient and professional presenter. All right. So the first question we want to ask ourselves is, what exactly is a presentation? All right. Because some people might have the wrong picture of what it really is at the end of the day. And the presentation to me is an exposure of some sort. All right. We are in the network marketing business, and it's all about how many exposures we can have. How many eyeballs can we have in front of the information? All right. Now, some people wait until a live presentation to feel that they can share the information, when in fact, we can share the information any time of the day. We don't have to wait for a global giveaway call. We don't have to wait for a team webinar. In fact, we have many tools and resources that CFX has given us to help us do exactly this, is share the vision of the company. Now, a presentation basically is something like meeting with a prospect at a coffee shop, and you guys are having a cup of coffee and having a discussion like you probably would any other time with that person. All right. And this is a great environment where you can share the information of CFX. All right. You could be presenting at a home party, have a few people over at a home and be able to plug your laptop into the TV or press play on a video and be there to, explain or answer any questions that people may have. Then we have speaking at hotel events. We have guest speaking to thousands at maybe a convention center and explaining really what it is explaining what it is that you do to a prospect. All right. That's all a presentation is. And sometimes we get overwhelmed by the word presentation, which kind of means I have to pull out a slideshow. I have to pull out some information. I need to know everything about the company, right? These kind of things will stop you from mastering the skill set, all right? And so moving on to our next slide, we basically want to remember what the mission of our presentation is, okay? And so a lot of presenters make the mistake of focusing all of their attention on the facts and figures. And because we're in a company that is based around facts and figures in a way, some of us only want to focus on that. But facts and figures are great for sharing the purpose of what our opportunity does. But it is more important to focus on making your audience feel like they can do what you're doing. You see, because the name of the game in our industry is duplication. So therefore, we want to spend plenty of time, right, in our presentations, sharing real life experiences, sharing testimonies, sharing stories that your audience can relate to, and picture themselves doing it. And this goes down to a saying, you know, that Shane always tells me this, and a lot of the top leaders in network marketing have said this to me, that facts tell and stories sell. So sometimes what can be more powerful than you sharing the results that CFX gets and sharing how great the company is? What will be great is to share your story of where you come from and how CFX has impacted your life, how your business has impacted your life. So here's something that stops most people from being a success in life, is they first want to be perfect before they go out and they do it. All right. But there's a word that's there, or a quote that says practice makes perfect. And if you never practice, if you never get out of your comfort zone, well, then you can never get to a point where you are getting better and better. So do not be perfect. Be relatable. Help people see differently. So it's better to mess up and be a sloppy presenter. Why? It's relatable, guys. It's relatable. If your presentation is so polished and flawless, your prospects might think to themselves, well, wow, I don't think I can do that. It doesn't look like something I could do or would want to be doing. But if they see that you're reading from a script, you're making mistakes here and there, they'll be thinking, now that I can do. Now, I want you guys to just take this example right now of me presenting this information to you, because even though it's a training, in a way, it's a presentation. And what I've done is I've created slideshows that help me present this information. Look, I'm no authority. I do have a success story in CFX, but I am probably not the most successful person in CFX to even teach this. But by simply harnessing my skill set of, you know, being a little bit smart and not having fear of speaking in public, I can come across as an authority. And the crazy thing is, ladies and gentlemen, you can as well. The key point of relating to your prospects is to understand where they are coming from. And a lot of us have a similar story. A lot of us have been through a similar past where, you know, we all have a common story where we were taught to go to school, get good grades, get a degree, and get a job. You know, most of us know that story, and most of us have probably participated one way or another in that story. And we've come to a point in our lives where we realize that that is not our story, right? We want to have something more. We want to have something bigger. We want to have something better. And so I wonder, I did press record. All right. So this is another point I want to make, okay, is to use third-party materials to present, guys. So your prospect will think this, right? We always want to think, what is the prospect going to think? Because the presentation is not about us. The presentation is not about how good can I speak, how funny can I be, how charming can I be or you be. It's about what information do we want to deliver to our prospect to help benefit everybody. So your prospect will think, if they can push a button and read what's on the screen, similar to what I'm doing, and present it in that way, so can I. So you always want to make sure, right? This is also a great tip over here. Let me just remove this annotation here. Disable annotation. All right. Make sure that all your new and old team members get access to the latest PowerPoint slideshow. So it's pointless only the global presenters at CFX who present, you know, Monday to Friday having the slideshow. All right. If you are a leader and you have access to those slides and you even want to make it shorter, condense it, add some new things, get creative with it, you have the freedom to do that. and make sure that you share that information with your team, because you never know who can, take the bull by the horns and start doing things on their own, start doing things their way. And so again, duplication is the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen. We want to give our team the tools, the right tools, so that they can have duplication in their businesses. So one of, the last pointers I want to say is have fun with it, guys. We are in a fun business. We are in a business that is not suit and tie. As you can see right now, I'm on this training in my hoodie and my fitted cap. I've been dressed like this the whole day. I didn't have to dress up to impress any of you guys, because I came here to have fun with you guys. I came here to share information. I came here to help be a part of other people's legacies. And when you stop seeing, you're planting seeds in CFX as I'm doing this to make money, when you start seeing it as I'm doing it to help others, I'm doing it to create a legacy, I'm doing it to, empower people around the world, well, then you're going to have a different attitude to how you approach the business. And how you approach the business will create the results that you get. And the results that you get will create your level of happiness and your level of fulfillment and your level of wealth creation that inevitably is what we all want at the end of the day. But I can tell you this, if you chase money, money will run faster than what you can catch up to it. But if you chase purpose and you deliver value and you be a service to people, well, then money will just come in abundance to you, because your vision is aligned with the right laws of attraction. Your vision is aligned with the abundance mindset. So you got to have fun with it, guys. You got to enjoy it, You got to enjoy it, because if you're not enjoying it, then it comes off to your people that you're sharing the vision with that you're not having fun doing this, and nobody wants to do something that's not fun. So your audience has a tendency to mirror the feelings and emotions of those presenting. So if you're dry, you're bored, or you're disengaged, you can bet that they will be too. And if you want your audience to get excited about your venture, then you have to show your own excitement. Right? Tap into your personal passions, your enthusiasms for your business, and share it openly. Be conversational, be playful, and don't be afraid to crack a joke or two, right? Even if your jokes are bad, like some of mine are, it'll lighten the mood and it'll help your audience relax and receive what you're delivering. Remember, we always want to build rapport. We always want to build trust. We always want our audience to like us. And you can do this by just being yourself, by sharing your story. Turn your mess into your message, because that is so important. Each and every one of us has a mess. And we can take that mess and share it, because I bet you, I guarantee you out there's someone who can relate to your mess. And they'd rather want to work with you because of that than because you sharing all the facts and figures and numbers about how great your opportunity is. And last but not least, I had to put this here for myself, but I think it's something very, very important for all of us to understand and to recognize when we are out there planting seeds, when we are out there sharing a vision, and that's to not talk too much. There's a saying that says less is more. And your focus is really just to get the information out to somebody so that they can understand the opportunity. And so right now, guys, it's time to plan, it's time to design, it's time to present. The first step is practicing, right? If you feel uncomfortable with presenting, practice to your wife, practice to your kids. Call a little Zoom meeting with you and some of your team members and say, guys, you know, there's 5 of us who have decided in the team that we want to try presenting. And so what we're going to do, we're just going to call a presentation with the 5 of us on. And we're going to go through presenting. But let me show you how easy it is to present, all right? So this is the end of this slide over here. I hope you guys found that valuable. If you did, you know, drop some comments in there. I'm only reading the comments now. I was unable to see all of your comments. But if you found that valuable, there was just a little bit of the mindset, a little bit of the, you know, the perspective that you need to come into a presentation with. And understand that a presentation doesn't need to be a long, difficult, stressful thing for you to do. It can be as easy as you opening up your CFX app on your phone and sitting with someone at a coffee shop and saying, hey, man, check this out. This is how it works. Check out the web TV. Check out the weekly results. Check out my back office, right? That can be a presentation. Or simply sending someone a video to take a look at. That can be a presentation. All right. Awesome. Awesome. I love the feedback, guys. I love it. I love it, you know, because here's the thing. I have created some presenters in my team who were so scared to present, who were so scared to get on the mic and talk, but now have become amazing, amazing presenters. And it doesn't matter what your first presentation's like. I promise you, every one of our first presentations was terrible. Even our Shane D. In fact, I wanna just unmute Shane D and let him share with us. Shane, how was your first presentation? You know, did you feel like a stumbling fool afterwards? And you know what made you keep going as well?
First of all, Jeremy, thank you for putting this together, and thank you to the whole 100, 98 of you that's on the call today. So, guys. But remember, I did not have a presentation to work with. There was no resources to put that there. I suggested that to Justin Halliday, and there was nothing. There was no PowerPoint or anything. So what I used to do is exactly what Jeremy just said. I should do a Zoom call. I didn't have an office like this. I should do a Zoom call from my mobile phone, and I should share my screen. Okay, so there was no PowerPoint or anything in there. So I should go directly to the website. I should talk about Wasco Lopez and, you know, about us with the head office that's coming, etc. And then I should log into my back office and I should share my results. So you see, the problem with some of us on this call is that I get this all the time. Oh, but Shane, you know, your back office is so impressive. And blah. But guys, I started off just like that with $300 plan. When I called Jeremy, I was on the $300 plan. When I called Nito, there was in this call, and the rest of the guys, I was on the $300 plan, guys. I did not have a massive back office and a massive team. But you know what I did was? What I did differently was I was confident in my call. Confidence. The only way you guys can get confidence is by doing what Jeremy is doing right now, is being on these trainings, is being on corporate calls, because you need to create that posture in your brain that you own this company. It is yours. You didn't pay $300 for it. You paid $300,000 for this company. And you got to take it out with that posture. When I spoke about the $300 plan and how much I was making, for me, that was millions. For me, that was millions. And guess what? If you ask me today, what is a global matching bonus? I will still tell you, I don't know. I will still tell you, I don't know. Because listen to what I'm saying. Listen to this. All I needed to know from Justin Halliday and Wasco Lopez is what percentages a week we get. Is the company real? Who are the brokers and the registration? Okay. I did not ask him what was Unilevel, what was Matrix, I didn't care about all of that. I only asked him, what will be my returns? And he asked me, Justin asked me, what about the rest? I said, I would learn as I go. Right now, that is not important for me. What is important for me is to understand the returns. And that was it. And up till now, guys, I still don't know what is a global matching bonus. And then the problem is some of us want to get everything right. Now listen to what I'm saying. Pay attention, okay? When you are traveling from Durban to Johannesburg or Johannesburg to Durban or to your destination, and you're traveling at night, when you switch your headlights on, does those headlights light up all the way to your destination? Or every 100 meters as you travel, it starts to open up. It gets brighter. As you move the next 100 meters, you'll be able to see visibility gets clear. Why? Because your light can only shine for 100 meters. The same thing is with this business. You start your journey. And as you move through, before you know it, you're sitting on a $100,000 plan. You have a team of 1,000 people. Jeremy Cohen, I think I did maximum 8 or 9 presentations for Jeremy, and he was gone. He was on his own. He does his own thing. He's got his own team. I don't even go on Jeremy's calls. Hi, Jeremy's team. You sing it for the first time. So exactly what Jeremy says, guys, make this your own. How many of you guys been on my calls? I talk about the Tupperware aunties, and I talk about bunny chow and how many bunny chows you can buy with $10,000. Exactly what he did. And I haven't seen the guys. Let me tell you what Jeremy showed you now. I haven't been through that. That's his personal slides. That's his personal slide he created about having fun and being yourself. And let me tell you something. If you're doing a Zoom meeting, when you look at the camera, like how I'm looking at you dead in your eye right now, make it as if you're speaking to that one person across the room. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm talking to you, just that one person. Irrespective if you've got 1,000 people on the call, you have the conversation to the camera as if you're speaking to one person, because we only want to change that one person's life. Just that one person needs to get it. That's it. That's how you need to have that posture, that confidence. And guess what? Your prospect don't know what they don't know. They don't know if you missed out any details. They don't know if you called Mr. Oscar Lopez, Oscar Lopez. They don't know. They don't know what you said. It's just you can go back and say, okay, you know what? I think I made a mistake on this. I need to change it. But your prospect doesn't know what they don't know. You are in charge. This is you. This is your business. This is your boat. This is your Ferrari. You run with it. So Jeremy, thank you so much for allowing me to give me my birthday. You can continue.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, brother. We always value your inputs and your wisdom. And it really helps, to come together to, sharpen everyone's skills. And like Shane is saying, it doesn't matter if you polished and you perfect, because the people watching, the prospects don't know. They don't know the information. And the more you present it, the more you practice, the deeper of an understanding you have of your business. And it might open up, the eyelids to see the full potential of CFX. I know the more and more I presented this opportunity, the more and more excited I got about it, because I started for myself understanding the business. And so if you are someone, and I believe it's everybody, because here's the thing, guys, network marketing can be done by anyone from any walk of life. It doesn't matter if you stay-at-home parent, if you have a full-time job, if you have a business, because network marketing is built, listen closely, in the nooks and crannies of your day. That means while I'm at my kid's school waiting for her outside, that's when I'm on my phone building my network marketing business. It could be 5 minutes here. It could be 10 minutes later. It could be 15 minutes later. All that time adds up to an hour or 2 per day. And I promise you, if you do that every day consistently for a year, for 2 years, you are going to be blown away by the income that you are making. Always think about that. Network marketing is built in the nooks and crannies of your day. So it's about creating a discipline. It's about creating a lifestyle, right? Building a business is not a job. It's not like a job. You have to go to work from 9 to 5. Nobody said you have to build your network marketing company from 8 to 7, whatever the time is. There's no such thing. You can build it in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of your day, small amounts of time. And it all boils down to presenting the information. So imagine in our teams, instead of 1 or 2 people, taking on the responsibility of having to present to everyone, now you have 10, 15, 20 presenters, all presenting at the exact same time. Imagine that. So this is what I've created in my team. I have many leaders who are presenters, and they have their own calls every night. Some of us do them at the exact same time. So in one team, we have 5 different presentations going on, 30 people on this call, 70 people on that call, 20 people on this call, 5 people on that call. Well, guess what? At the end of that 1 hour, we all spend 1 hour on our business. We've just planted the seeds of 200 people in a day. Now, wouldn't
Jeremy,
you want that? Yes.
Jeremy, can I just come in? I think something just crossed my mind, and I think I'd rather share this. See, a lot of people on this call, when they want to share the back office information with people, somehow you feel, I'm only doing 2,000 extra a month or 5,000. And you know what? People want to see the big numbers. And I'm here to tell you this. Your prospect, you don't know where they are in their life right now. They're probably just looking for that extra 2,000 Rand to probably get by with the fuel bill or the lights and water, or I don't know, maybe a school fee, okay? So some of you need to come out of that mindset where you need to have an impressive back office to show them so that they can believe you. Because remember, even if it's just 100 or 1,000 Rand extra, that is extra that you're showing the household could actually earn. Now, the problem that I'm having at the moment is that when I show people my back office, I mean, it's unfathomable. Oh my God, I cannot do that because it was a lot of hard work. So everything starts working in the mind. So when I show my back office, it is more of a disadvantage for me to actually do that. Because what happens is that person on the call on the other end thinks, oh my God, I don't see myself earning that money.
Yeah.
So you guys need to understand that you guys are in a very powerful place right now where you've got a back office where people can say, wow, extra 5 grand a month. That's awesome. I can do the extra 5 grand. Yeah, I can take care of bills. As Jeremy said, you make it relatable to their pain at that particular point. You're not showing them 1 million Rand and 500,000 and 700,000 like what some of you guys are earning here, where they will say, oh, you know what? I think that's one day, people want to see how to get things done. So I had to just come in there because I think most of the guys on this call, that's the biggest fear is my back office is not impressive enough. I don't have that amount of people there, etc. That is a belief system. See, your belief system needs to change about this whole thing because every one of us started, with a lower package with nobody in our back office. Every one of us that are leaders, we all started with nobody in our back office. Yeah. So there's nothing makes us different from you guys. So that's what you need to understand. Everybody on this call started with nobody in the back office. That includes Justin Halliday, that includes Ron Pope, Jeremy, and myself. Okay. So you guys are at the right space at the right time. You're following the correct processes.
That is so true, Shane. And thank you for sharing that because, I've also seen the same thing with my own results. I've signed up, guys, over 90 personals in CFX in the last 14 months, since I joined. So 90 personals. And I found that most of those personals came when my packages were very small. And now that I'm on a $100,000 package, again, I always got to tell people, look, I know it looks unfathomable. I know it looks like this is impossible, but I always take them back to my very first weeks of income that I made in CFX. And it was only $13. And the week after that was $37. And I only show them passive income on my back office, right? And then I show them what I earn now. It's about $3,500 a week. So 100%, what Shane said, it can look like, man, this is impossible. But when you're making an extra 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Rand a week, well, that's what normal people want to see. That's what people who are maybe stuck in a job and looking for an opportunity want to see because in their mind, that is realistic. So thank you, Shane, for sharing that. And just to hear it from 2 people who are on a $100,000 package. All right. And yes, exactly. So what I want to show you guys quickly, okay, is a CFX presentation. And I want to show you how you would actually go through this presentation. So if you're someone who's maybe intimidated to do a presentation, I want to show you how easy it is, okay? Number 1 is you start with this webinar starting soon. And basically to prepare your presentation, you always need to be there about 5 minutes before showtime. All right. You open up the Zoom call, you play a little music in the background, and you have this little banner waiting for the presentation to start. And then at the time where it's supposed to start, maybe it's 7 o'clock, all right? You put down the music and you say, welcome everybody to the call. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. Thank you for joining us. We are about to get started in the next 5 minutes. So sit back, relax, enjoy the tunes in the meantime while we allow more people into the Zoom room. And at 5 minutes past, like you said, start the call. Be professional about your business, because people want to see that you are organized and you are professional. Those are the kind of people they want to work with. And so how I start any call is with this slide that says achieving financial freedom. So I let them know that, listen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the call. Maybe someone will edify me and my team. Very important to do an edification of the speaker. So if you're going to be the one presenting, and maybe I'm talking about maybe a large presentation now, 10 to 15 people, it's a team call. Okay, someone must edify the presenter. And from there, I would go into speaking about financial freedom. What exactly is financial freedom? And what does it mean to you? What does it mean to me? To me, it means having the freedom to be a present father, a present husband, a present friend. Financial freedom, I'm not talking about having the ability to go buy a Range Rover or eat at fancy restaurants or buy the flashiest car. Nobody cares about that. So you want to talk about vulnerability. You want to talk about things that make you human. And this is where you can share your story. Well, I'm a single mom and I've been working a 9-to-5 for many years and always been praying for a way, looking for a way to change my life so I can be at home with my kids more, so I can see them growing up, because I missed so many years in their life. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what financial freedom is about. So this evening, I want you to, sit and look at this information with an open mind. I'm not here to sell you any pills, no potions, or no lotions. We are not salespeople, but we are here to share information of a vehicle that allowed us to create this thing called financial freedom. Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. This is just a short little story of yourself, talking about your vulnerability, your pain, and you found a vehicle that was able to help you out of that pain. So sit back and relax. We are going to kick it off with a short little video, and you play the video.
Downloadable mobile app.
Play the video, all right?
The world.
It's a short little video. From there, you say, well, guys, this is who we are. We are CFX. We are the power team. We're all about culture, community, and unity, coming together to create something that's much bigger than you and I. Now, if you first time doing this and you're very nervous, all you say is, we are the power team. We're all about culture, community, and unity. So with the power team, guys, success in the global Forex market is only a few mouse clicks away. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, why Forex? Right? I'm doing a presentation for you. Well, if you didn't know, Forex is the largest, most liquid financial market in the world. About $5.3 trillion moves in and out of the Forex market on a daily basis. If you compare that to the other markets, the New York Stock Exchange, the equities market, and the futures market, if you even put all these numbers together, you can read the number out if you want. If you put all these numbers together, they don't come close to what CFX or the Forex market does on a daily volume, $5.3 trillion. So can you guys see that all I'm doing is reading the information that's on the slide? Now, what CFX has done is they have merged, here in the background, merged two trending industries together. Firstly, the Forex industry, and secondly, the e-learning industry. E-learning has a global market worth of $325 billion. It's grown a stunning 900%, and requires 40 to 60% less time in a classroom. Now, the next question you might be wanting to ask is why CFX? And, why have we chosen this legacy company? Why have we decided to put our passion and our hearts into building this opportunity or growing our money with CFX? Well, it's all about consistency, ladies and gentlemen. Over 23 months of consistency. In the first year alone, CFX has paid out over $200 million and has a 90% positive trade execution. One of my favorite parts about CFX is that 9 out of 10 trades that are placed in the market are winners. And we have members right now in over 200 countries around the world, close to 300,000 of us. This is something big. This is something crazy. So let's talk a little bit about the transparency, ladies and gentlemen. Our extraordinary results are achieved with a combination of live professional traders and our proprietary software. Now, if you don't want to explain what that means, you just carry on reading, right? Our trading team has extensive experience in both Forex trading and EA design and management. And you can see this happening right on our web TV. When you log into your back office, you can check all the trades happening on the web TV. Now, let's take a look at a typical week. We spoke about transparency. Let's talk about our transparency and how CFX can show you every single day's return and every single week's return. Well, here the information is right here, guys. Take a look at these results. How awesome are these results? Then you want to engage, always engage with your audience. Ask them a question. So, hey, on this call, has anybody had some money in a bank account? What is the kind of interest you can earn per week? You ask them. They'll find out that 5% is what you'll earn in a year, right? Let them answer that question for themselves by engaging with your audience. So let's talk about our product that CFX has here, because there's one skill set that I know is worth getting good at, and that is learning how to trade. Okay, that was my own spice. That was my own chakalaka. Now, as you grow in confidence with presenting the opportunity, that's when you can find your own catchphrases, your little lines that you know that you must say when you see a specific slide. But all I'm going to do here, once again, ladies and gentlemen, is read the slide. CFX Academy. Our academy is perfect for the brand new trader and for those blah, blah, blah. You read all this information. You tell them about our 3 levels of education, and you move on to the next slide. Well, these are our packages that CFX offers. Right now, I'm going to shift gears. And if you'd like to do this, you guys can team up with someone in your team and do the presentation the way me and Shane do it on the global call. Okay? Someone do half of the call and somebody else do another half of the presentation. And at this point, you can hand it over to the person. You switch gears. Right now, I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to share with you how you can use the CFX Trade Academy package to earn a passive income. And you go through the different packages, Elemental, Advanced, and Supreme, and then you break down. So in this slide, I'm going to break down with you guys how a Trade Academy package works. Remember, the words and the language we want to use are very important. We never use the word investment. I want you guys to take note of this. We never use the word investment because we are not an investment company. We're not a financial services provider. We sell a Forex Trading Academy package. You've got to get your language right. This is why some of you are getting rejection. This is why some of you are having a hard time getting people involved in CFX, because your language that you're using is a little bit incorrect, and you might be giving someone the wrong impressions and the wrong expectations. So rather under-deliver or under promise and over-deliver. I always believe in that. So here you just break down the $1,000 package. So let's look at how CFX is built for sustainability and longevity in the network marketing industry or in the Forex industry, right? We're going to take a $1,000 package. And this $1,000 package is broken down in 2 ways. The bare capital, which is simply your passive participation with CFX. This is for everybody. This is where you can have your 70% of your trading package traded for you by our team of professional traders and our technology. 70% goes into the trading pool and trades for you from Monday to Friday. But here's the cool part. CFX will still deliver 200% on your initial package size, which is 1,000. That means CFX will give you $2,000 back. Now, you might be asking yourself, what happens with the other 30%? Well, that goes towards your education. With CFX, we are allowing you to earn while you learn. So instead of being like 90% of traders out there who end up losing their money in the market, you will be with the 10%. You will be consistently winning and at the same time learning how to trade Forex using our Forex education. So this is our Damlin. This is partially what you're paying for. Is this 30% goes to the Trade Academy package. Now, none of this 30%, ladies and gentlemen, goes to CFX, the company. In fact, this goes to the people who are out there sharing the vision, who want to help others understand how the financial market works. Do you hear the words that I'm using? I'm not saying this is for people who want to refer others and make more money. Don't say make more money, say help other people who are ambitious. This is for the people who are ambitious. This is for the people who want more out of life. And this is something that is not a requirement. You don't have to get involved in the bull capital at all. But what we find is most people who see the results at CFX, they can't help but one day, eventually down the line, share the information with someone. And then you basically explain to them, you can earn a fast start, you can earn a uni level, and you can earn an additional $2,000 on your $1,000 package. And ladies and gentlemen, that's where I leave it. I don't get into uni level. I don't get into matrix bonus. I don't get into all of that. Why? Because at first, I just want you as a customer. I want you to see the vision of what CFX can do. We can help your money work for you instead of you working for money. And at the same time, we can help you learn about the financial market. I don't expect 90%, 80% of the people I'm presenting to be bulls. That we will establish at a later point. And when they want to be bulls, that's when we'll give them the training to help them understand the rest of this. But right now, I move into a slide of the back office. I say, well, guys, I want to share with you what the back office looks like. And so this is a screenshot of a $70,000 package. And so just like I explained to you on whatever package you are on, you can get 200% return on that package by simply being a bear, which is being a customer. Letting the company do the work for you. This is how you track how far you are to reaching your 200%. You can see it visually now in the back office. And then if you want to be a bull, you can also earn an additional 200% of your package size. So I just use this to show them a visual of what it looks like in the back office. You guys are wanting Shane and I to come onto the calls and log into our back offices and share that. Like him and I just said, we having a hard time signing people up because when we show them the results, it's too outrageous. It's too crazy. So rather show them your 5,000 pack, show them your 3,000 pack and show them what that actually means. Then you can say, well, look, if you are somebody who is ambitious again, who wants to help other people, well, we have an amazing leadership program here at CFX. And these are some of the prizes that you can win by being a member. All right. And we've got a brilliant leadership program video coming out, which you guys will get access to as well once the new global call is launched. And you can then just add this little leadership program video here. That video plays, and then you move on to show them a couple of our supercars that we have of members who already have these supercars. Okay. I even have a snippet of Shane D's video of him driving his Mustang. And I actually sometimes start the presentation with that little video, not the whole video, but just the portion that says, let's get down to business. I show that little video. They see on it power team. They see let the pros trade for you. So they know, man, you know, South Africans, how they are. They love to see flashy things. They love to see cars. And, you know, if I show you a picture of my house now, it's not going to excite you as much as a Mustang might. But my house can be the price 3 times of the Mustang. But most people in South Africa will get excited about the Mustang rather. All right. So if you want, you can share that at the beginning, hype them up. Like I showed you at the beginning, you were listening to a video. You were listening to Justin Bieber, Peaches and Cream. It set the mood for the presentation. Well, if you want to set the mood, play that video of Shane D. Right after he makes the purchase, then it goes, it shows you Durban, it shows you Shane D's car, some music plays for a while. Play that at the beginning of your video. Because when you now share the information, well, guess what? They're recognizing that that car is a real car. It's a real story. Remember, facts tell, stories sell. So Shane D is a success story that we can share to grow our business, ladies and gentlemen. And then all you do is you play a little testimony video from members around the world.
The best decision of my life was to join about a year ago.
And then you bring on some of your team members, whoever's on the call, to do a testimony. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. It is so easy. The problem is we make it difficult in our mind. We think we've got to be this elaborate speaker, this amazing person who can, you know, share information eloquently. You don't have to be. All you need to do is to be somebody who can read. That's it. Shane D, will you agree with me, brother? I remember the first time you asked me to do a global call. I was like, Shane, I've only been in CFX 1 month. I don't even know. I don't even know what. I've never had a presentation. I used to present through the back office like Shane taught me. I never knew what was a slideshow. And so when he asked me, I said, man, I don't know if I can do this. But guess what? I came on the call and I did it. Do you remember, Shane, that day?
I remember the day 100%, and you never stopped ever since. And do you know what I use? Okay, in my home right now, when I have my friends and family over, when I have a look at what I do, I play the video where you and I were interviewed with Huascar Lopez. You was 2 weeks into the business.
Yes.
If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, go to the Power Team site, CFX Power Team site, the training site, click testimonials, and you'll see Jeremy's when he was 2 weeks in the business, and Huascar Lopez was also on that call with us, you know? So he just took the bull by its horns and he says, okay, right, let's roll with this. And I want to explain something to you guys. You see, Jeremy says that telling a story is very important. You see, when I start off my presentations, I always tell them who am I, what I did. I always tell my story, how I got to the company. I always tell them about my matric. I did not have any education. Okay. Maybe all of you are educated in terms of degrees and what have you, maybe multiple degrees. But for me, that's my story. And I'm going to tell you what it does to a person's mind. Because 80% of this business is all in, 20% is manual. Okay. That's the first thing you need to, if you win this in your mind, you're already a success. Okay. You see, some of us, we watch movies of a girl and boy working in this office environment. Girls look into boys' eyes, fall in love, and you're watching the movie. Suddenly, the boy loses his job. He has to move to another state or another country. And you're watching the movie, but you know that at the end of the movie, those two are going to be together. Just like any other hero movie, Spider-Man and Avengers, and you name the movie, you know that the hero is going to save the world in the end. But why do you guys watch it? Why do you watch it? You see, guys, when you tell your story in the beginning, people want to know, how does this unfold for this guy? Because he's speaking of his hardship where he is right now. Okay? So I need to follow through to find out how it ends, because that's how your mind is programmed. That's why we watch movies. Okay? We watch movies to the end because we want to know how he saved the flippant world. Okay, but we know he's going to save the world. Same thing, when you're presenting, when you're telling your story, always talk about where you was and why you think CFX filled in the gap for you. Always do that, because that person is going to follow you on your journey and say, damn, I was in the exact same position. Shane, I can relate to you. Jeremy, I can relate to you. Neetu, I can relate to you. Yudesh, I can relate to you. Jared, I can relate to you. You guys understand what I'm saying? You got to tell your story. And even if some of you have lost money previously, you tell them, I've lost money, but I never stopped dreaming. Because people were in the same position as you. And don't feel shy to tell them, look, it took me a long time to find this piece of gold. And I'm not afraid to say that I failed my way to success. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Pay attention to me, because the next 45 minutes, I'm telling you, if you pay attention to what I'm going to say, you are going to get the same type of success. I'm not saying it's going to be exactly like mine, but let me tell you, it's going to be worth the while that you listen to me. Because people want to know, how does it all end? So tell your story. Don't be somebody else. Don't tell somebody else's story. Tell your story, but use my car. Use that to, for people to understand what Bitcoin can do. That's an important gap that Jeremy uses to bridge, okay? Because, you're actually taking Bitcoin and you're buying something tangible, which not a lot of people has done in this country. So it's good that you do that. But when it comes to the presentation side, talk from within. Because you see, people can sniff salespeople like a dog. Mm-hmm. And believe you me, when you're a salesperson, they run as fast as you can. But when you're telling your story, people want to know your story. They want to know exactly, how does this end for this guy? How did he reach this place? Do not learn a script. The worst thing you can do is sit down and heart exactly what Jeremy Cohen said. When he sends out this recording, some of you want to take down a pen and page and write down all exactly what he said. You're reading a script, and if somebody's on the other side, they can picture you reading the script and say, this person is trained to sell me this. Mm-hmm. What happens? You come across as a salesperson. When I present, I play the wrong video by mistake. I keep asking Zulfikar, is in the call. Zulfikar is on this call. Guys, can you see my screen? Why? Because I'm a real person. I can't be talking to you and not share my screen. So people must know that this is not rehearsed. We are not trained by the company to sell you something that we don't believe in, because that's scripting. It's written out for you to say. So the more you be yourself, the more authentic you are, that's how your people engage with you. I don't have a degree in English, or I got a flippin', I think it's C or D for English. But I make my story relatable because I'm telling you exactly what I went through. And people want to hear that. People want to hear your story. Okay? So remember that. Don't sit down and say, I need to write everything out, and once I get it perfect, I'm going to speak. Think about why people watch movies. They want to see what's the outcome in the end. And if you can tell them your story in the beginning, your hardship in the beginning, what you went through. And guys, let me tell you something. Nobody in this call can tell me that, okay, I forgive you. I should have said that, because a lot of people had a good COVID with CFX, but I'm talking about your prospect who was not, they can't tell that during COVID, everything was merry for them. And they was not worried about the single thing in this world, and everything was hunky-dory. Okay? Okay, some of the CFX members that, yeah, we had a very good 2020, right? I mean, that just goes to show. But what I'm saying is that when you're telling your story, tell your story during COVID, what happened to you. Tell your story of what's happening in this country. Tell your story of how people are losing jobs and what are you right now. That's when people relate. That's when people relate. And that's how you set the tone for your presentation. Because you want to get the person to understand your presentation and pay attention to it. And you notice when I present, I say, guys, if it means you're taking a pen and page, please write down what I'm about to say. Jeremy, I'm not sure if you noticed, or you guys in the call, I'll actually tell them, look, what I'm going to do now is that I'm explaining to you the bear and the bull, but I'm going to switch off my screen. I'm not going to share my screen because I want I want to speak to you guys directly. I do that. I put the, stop sharing the screen because I want to make it personal, and I want to tell them, look, maybe in your mind, you want to be a bit and explain the analogy. So please, guys, you can see I'm very passionate about what I do, and nothing is scripted. Nothing. What I'm telling you is just like basically my experience. So you got to keep it real. When you keep it real, everything flows for you. Sorry,
100%.
Jeremy.
100%, Shane. Like we said again, make your mess your message. Never be ashamed of where you're from. Never be ashamed of the hardships that you went through in life, because that is what people actually want to hear. They want to hear you be vulnerable, to make you realize that this is someone I can know, like, and trust. This is someone I can work with because they seem like a real person, right? And this is a brilliant part of, you know, this industry that we in, is that there's so much personal development around it. And it definitely makes you a better person, a better version of yourself. And, you know, that's kind of the biggest thing I've taken away from network marketing is, yes, the money is great. Yes, the friendships are great that I've made and the connections that I've made with people around the world. But for me, the biggest part has been the person that I've become in this journey. And you can only become that person if you step out of your comfort zone, ladies and gentlemen. The results that I got in my first 3 months or 4 months in CFX far outweigh the results I get now as someone who's building the business. And there's some personal development books that Shane is holding up, you know, Think and Grow Rich, which is our book that we are going through at the month-end calls with CFX the entire year. That is our book for the year. And so, you know, when you focus on becoming a better you, your business will thrive. It all happens here. We always keep saying 90% of the game is mental. And if you can focus some of your attention and time on the mental, well, then the activities are going to increase as well. The energy of the activity, doing the same work, is going to have 10 times the effect, because now you're doing it with belief. Thank you, Devin. You're doing it with passion. You're doing it with love. Anything you do with love and you put out there into the world as an energy, you will get back tenfold. And so who here tonight is going to commit to being a master presenter? Because if you can be a master presenter, that means people in your team can be a master presenter as well. All you got to do, just simply say, I am. Say, I am. And if you think you can't be a master presenter, say to yourself, I don't think I can be a master presenter, but change your language and put the word yet after that. Because what we tell ourselves is what we will manifest in this world. So every time you tell yourself, well, I think I'm too shy. You know, I don't think I can do that. Well, yet, I can't do it yet. Never play yourself. Never shoot yourself in the foot and limit the possibilities with CFX. Guys, I'll tell you this in confidence. I know this is a recorded video, but in the last 14 months since I joined this business, I've made over 3 million Rand on just my account. I didn't know. When Shane showed me this opportunity and when I joined it, I didn't know. I had a vision of what I wanted to make, but I didn't know it would be that much. I didn't know my business would have grown this fast. I have over 2,500 people in my team right now. Did I believe that that was possible? Yes, I did, but I wasn't sure of if I would get there. All I did was take every day, one step at a time. I just took the actions, because too many of us are worried about the results, but we're not doing the actions. And so I see so many people saying, I am. And here's the thing, guys, whether you are on my team or not, I'm here to support and guide and give you guys whatever advice I can. So if you guys ever need me to jump on one of your calls and just to see how it's going, and maybe if you want some advice, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to jump on a call and watch you guys present and give you guys some tips and pointers. But remember, all you got to do is read the slides. And after you've read the slides 4 or 5 times, I promise you, you're going to be saying what's on the slides without having to read it. And that's when now your story can evolve and you can add more things into it. But at the beginning, just focus on sharing the vision, sharing your testimony, and bringing some other people on a call to do that. And I promise you, if you do that, I started building my calls, because right now, guys, I have calls Monday to Thursday for my team. All right. And I have different presenters who do it. Other guys in other teams of mine do it Saturday and Sunday as well. But my calls that I control are Monday to Thursday. And on each of those calls, we have around 70 to 80 people joining those calls, right? These are new guests every single time, Monday to Thursday. So at the end of the week, we've shown about 400 to 500 people the opportunity. Now imagine you can do that in your team. How did I start it? I started it like this. Listen very closely. I reached out to people who were in my team who weren't taking action, and I called them up. I said, yo, John, what's up? How you doing, brother? I'm ready to help you. And what I want to do is an exclusive Zoom call for you and some of your people. All right. And what I tell them is, I ask them this question, can you get 5 people together for a Zoom call? And, we can do it next week sometime. Let's schedule it now, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, whatever day it is. And all you got to do is get 5 people and I'll do all the work. You don't have to do anything. Can you do that? Can I count on you? They'll say, yes, sure. Why? Because I said 5. I didn't ask for 20. I didn't ask for 30. I just said, bring 5 people. Most people can bring 5 people. Guess what happens? On the day of the call, there's 20 people there. There's 30 people there. Some of my calls like that I've set up, there were 50 people on that call. I asked them to bring 5. So what happens is the person who never taken action, you tell them how to take action, or you even let them do it their own way. And they go and find that it took them only 5 minutes to confirm 5 people. And so they say to themselves, well, why should I stop at 5? This was so easy for 5. Let me spend another 5 minutes and maybe I'll have 10. And then they're like, man, I like this. It's the power of momentum. Let me get another 5 and then we'll have 15. And some people love the rush of the adrenaline of success that they go out and they overachieve and they get 50 people in a call. So if you don't know how to build your business, I promise you, be the presenter. Be the person who shares the information for your team. Take the leadership by the reins and you do it. And my call started going from 5 people to 10 people to 20 to 30 to now I'm giving between 70 to even maxing out calls at over 100 people on just my own team call. Happening every single day of the week. And there's multiple calls in my team happening. It's not only me presenting, it's Aslam, it's Jared, it's Burton, it's Bethwell, it's other leaders who also are presenters and duplicating the same thing. So imagine if you could duplicate that in your team. All right. So guys, it's over an hour now. Much love and respect. Hope you guys found some value in this call. It is recorded, so you can send it to any person who is interested in also building their business, growing their team. And so don't miss the next training. It's going to be this Thursday at 7 p.m. Put it in your diary. Make sure that everybody is on that call. We can only take about 1,000 in that room, where I'll be doing a call with Justin on what is your daily mode of operation in building your network marketing business, how to turn your bears into bulls, and how to 10x your results by simply having a checklist, knowing what you need to do on a daily basis to grow your business. Because a lot of us don't know what to do. A lot of us have never done anything like this. So we're going to give you a guideline, a strategy on exactly what you need to do every single day. And before you know it, you will be a lifestyle entrepreneur. This is not even going to feel like work. It's going to feel like play. And that's what the feeling we want you to have. To feel like you're having fun, guys. No one's paying me for this training. There's no money that I'm getting for this training. Why am I doing it? I'm having fun doing it. I love sharing information. I love helping you guys. And so when you can find that love, tap into that love of helping others, then your business is going to flourish. I promise you that. So from myself, from Shane, thank you guys so much for tuning into this call. Thank you guys. 100 of you guys stayed right until the end, and I can see there's still so many people in the waiting room. They're still trying to get back in. But don't worry, I'll load this up on YouTube. I'll send out a link in a short while. and you guys are, able to watch that video over and over again, take some notes again, share it with anyone who seemed to have missed it. And we'll see you on Thursday's training, guys. Much love and respect. Take care. We'll see you soon. You want to leave some last words, Shane D?
Yeah, you know what, guys? All I'm saying is that please, during these, I think the next week or so regarding COVID, I just want everybody to be safe. Money we can make, that's understandable, but I want you guys to be safe. Please watch your outing, wear your mask, make sure you sanitize, social distance. That's the most important thing. And there's a brilliant training. Thank you so much, Jeremy. There was a lot of nuggets that you gave for our guys today, but I want you guys to be safe. And at the same time, while we're being safe, while we're at home, a lot of people are going to be doing the exact same thing. So this is an ideal opportunity to practice what Jeremy has told you today, with your Zoom meetings, etc. So please stay safe, guys. Enjoy the week ahead. Stay blessed, and we'll see you guys on our Zoom calls. Thank you, Jeremy, once again. Thank you, team, for making time out. God bless you all.
God bless, guys.